Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and blah, blah, blah. Like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like, I'm not cool with losing.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer, so I gotta beat it out of him. Shakur, of course he the truth.
TFC not messing with him. I don't think Tank messing with him. Eric Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day, I'm gonna say yes. And truthfully, really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we fought? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to. Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And we're here to discuss Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. The rumored whispers continue to swirl around the boxing community, and even more people talking about this fight being next. It's rumored for November, and we're going to continue to discuss it here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. This is the voice of the people. To my people on Twitter, let me get a retweet. Let me get a thumbs up. Let me know that you hear me clearly, that everything is connected. And, you know, sometimes we be having issues with Twitter. Want to make sure we rocking and rolling and everybody's doing good there. All right, I see the thumbs up from my man, Climby. All right. What up, though? We going to have superstar amateur standout on the show today. I've already gotten a confirmation from him. I'm like, yo, champ, 36 minutes, and that was whatever time ago, and he's ready. So we're going to have Carmel Moulton on the show. A lot of talk about Carmel. We're going to see, does he even know who the hell Lee Wood is, since Floyd's out here saying that he could beat Lee Wood, right? Also, we got to discuss another rumored fight. Blair Cobbs and Conor Benn is rumored to possibly be taking place in Florida. Now, my sources tell me that this fight could happen in Florida, and it could even possibly happen on the Richardson Hitchens cards. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe that. I don't believe the Richardson Hitchens card. I don't believe Conor Benn would be on that undercard. That's already a stacked card. It doesn't make sense. What does make sense is the possibility of a Florida fight for Conor Benn, as Florida's commission definitely approves people a lot easier. As you can see, most of your influencer boxing takes place in Florida because of that. Also, sources close to the Ben, I spoke to Ben, and he says he hasn't heard that. But when I told him it was rumored to be in Florida, he said that's interesting to him, but he hasn't heard it. Nothing on his side, G. That's what he said. He said, nothing on my side, G. I'm like, all right, we'll see, though. At least he answered, right? Mendoza finally came out. He's like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I was told to lay low. I'm like, it's all good, champ. I get it. But I told y'all Mendoza was fighting Zoo. and that's why he went MIA. Same thing with Core. You feel me? Core. When I did the show the other day about the Frank shit, I sent it to Core. He certainly looked at it, right? You know how Instagram tells you he's seen it, and then he ain't answer. So right there, I knew. Plus now today, somebody very close to the situation told me they gonna hit me up like, yo, I bet you don't know who Core fighting, and I hit him back, Frank Martin. He's like, oh, he told you? I'm like, nah, he ain't tell me. I told him, and I sent him my screenshot. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know it's Core. The only way it's not Frank and Core is if Frank don't take the contract. If he don't take the deal that was offered, you know. As far as the Blair Cobbs and Ben, like I said, I spoke to Ben. Everything he said indicates that he doesn't know about it. And reading into his words, I can't even see any underlining messages in there. You know, let me double check again, right? So he said, not heard about it at all. Then he tried to ask for my source. So that right there did raise a red flag, like, so maybe it is true, because he trying to see where I'm getting it from. But then he came back with a voice message basically saying other stuff, and, you know, saying he never heard of it, but he don't mind it. You feel me? Then when I said it was in Florida, he said that was interesting. So we'll see the deal with Ben and Flair. Now, Cobbs, on the other hand, you know, I did reach out to, and he didn't want to confirm or deny. All he said was that he was told to get in the camp, which is the same thing my source told me. My source told me, like, bruh, I was told both Conor and Blair were told to get in camp, and that fight possibly happening in Florida. You know, I ain't even hit Eddie up because he be hating on my greatness. You know what I mean? So I hit Eddie up. He gonna take a month to answer. That's how he do. When me anyway. That's how he do me anyway. I'm a stepchild when it comes to Eddie Hearn. It's all good though. I do like the fight for Conor though. Cobbs is a puncher. I don't know that Ben has faced a puncher, right? Like, I'm gonna have to do a quick Google search. I don't really think he's faced a puncher. Maybe he faced Hooker. I know Blair definitely faced Hooker. Let me see. Pulling up Conor's resume here. 21 and 0, 14 KOs. Van Heerden, Algieri, Granados, Samuel Vargas, Sebastian Formella. Those are all great names, man. Once they took the leash off him, he definitely turned it up. Formella, decent fighter. Porter couldn't stop him. And obviously Porter's excuse is that he couldn't really get up for Formella. You know, that was when he took his stance telling Al, you know, it was Crawford or nothing. So then he fought Samuel Vargas, which is a common opponent with, like, everybody, but most notably Danny Garcia, I want to say. And then he fought Adrian Granados, which is, again, a common opponent with Danny Garcia and Adrian Broner. And then he fought Chris Algieri, common opponent with Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence. Van Heerden, I've been knowing Van Heerden for a while. Not really sure who he's a common opponent with, but he's a durable fighter. He just doesn't get opportunities. Somehow he's been able to keep that weight all his life too, Chris Van Heerden. But that's not a bad fight. Like, again, looking at these names, Cobbs is certainly more of a puncher than Van Heerden, more of a puncher than Algieri, more of a puncher than Granados, who was moving up. Algieri was moving up. Samuel Vargas, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure he also was moving up from he was a natural 47 pounder. And then Formella also, I believe, natural 47. So there's not been any punches for Ben. So for those of you out there that don't really know the sport and you're like, oh, this is a whack fight, Cobbs, yada, yada, remember what Cobbs did to Hooker. He's definitely got mallets in his hands. You know, if Erickson Lubin wasn't already out there claiming the name the Hammer, I feel like Cobbs could do that. I did ask Cobbs who's he training with, and he told me he's gonna be using the same trainer that he used for the Hooker fight. And he said, and I quote, let me find it. Something about him being good under pressure. Yeah, and I quote, he works really well under pressure. So he's going to be going with Roger Romo. Roger Romo, who is the same trainer that he had when he got the great his best performance. Let's be real. His best performance was that Hooker fight. So, yeah, this is what we're talking about. What I want to know your thoughts because obviously, you know, Shakur, let's pull him up, right? I mean, I was having this conversation, and I think Shakur's only faced one champ in Oscar Valdez. So while I like the Frank Martin fight, I don't know that this is gonna be the fight to quiet the naysayers. You know, okay, two champs. Jamel Herring was a champ. Jamel Herring was a champ, so he's got two champions under his belt. Yeah. Christopher Diaz never became a champ, right? Let me double check that. I don't know that he ever became a champ. He was always on that cusp. He got a lot of title shots. I don't think he ever became a champ. 8 rounder, 10 rounder for the WBO, NABO. Nope. Then NABO. Then he fought for the the regular, and he lost to Masausi. Yeah, nah, he never became a champ. So he's fought two champions, and he's been pro since 2017. When 23, what's that, like 6 years pro? So one champ every 3 years, kind of an average, even though he fought them back to back. He fought Herring in October of 2021, and then in April of 22, he fought Valdez. So, you know, the Frank fight, we'll see if people give him any credit, man, because they're certainly not giving them credit for for Yoshino, right? Uh, People just make fun of him. So Nakatilia, he barely gets credit for. I believe that Murataya knocked out Nakatilia, though, right? He sure did. See, that's the thing. You know, people also talk about Dev and his lack of power, but Core went 10 with Nakatilia. Murataya got him out of there in dos. That means two for those that don't know. But if you want to call in and voice your opinion, the number to call 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. We also have Discord available. We're going out to Alex in Florida. Have you heard anything about this being out there in Florida? All that good boxing coming to y'all.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Nah, man, this came out of left field. I didn't even hear a whisper about it. That man, I would love, man, would I love for that to show up on the Hitchens card. I think that'll definitely add some much needed spice.
I think
'Cause to me,
that's
you
the
said it was
only
loaded.
I think that's the only part about the rumor that makes it hard to believe. It's like to put Conor and Blair on that card is a waste. That's his own main event.
Right, that's what I would think too. But I mean, didn't Matchroom just like lock in a deal with that site? So I'm sure they have other dates.
That's what I said.
But I mean, those both those guys have been out of the ring for a little bit, so I think it's a matchup that makes sense. You know, try to get back into the division. Man, you know, they both have their own little controversies. You know, everyone know about Conor Benn and the drug test, and then of course, if people remember, when Blair the Flair got that what is this cease and
desist
and
letter.
what is it called?
A cease and desist letter from
Yeah,
Rick
yeah.
Mirrigan, the
From Virgil
manager.
Ortiz.
Well, Rick Mirrigan, the
So
manager of Virgil.
So man, these guys can make headlines in outside the ring, and nah, man, I think it's a very intriguing matchup. Lefty versus righty, both of them. I would say Blair is probably the better athlete. They both can punch a bit, so yeah, man, that's a great matchup, and I mean they can put that as a main event, and I'd be eyeing to go just because, man, it's you don't know what you're gonna get, and you know Blair the Flair brings a lot of energy, and I think Conor Benn's on a mission to put him back at the top of the division. So yeah, man, I would definitely love to see that. And oh my God, please make this matchup with Frank Martin and Shakur. Like, please, PBC top rank, like get it done. Like get it, whatever needs to be done, whatever concessions. Like it's a fight I think both of them need for their career. You know, I think I favor Shakur, so this is more toward Frank. You know, if you lose, it doesn't. It's not you're losing to probably the guy that's going to be number one in all of boxing within the next 3-4 years. You know, I think you're still in there. You probably can get another 2 fights, and you're probably right back in title contention. You know, Haney, I don't see him going back to 135. So, you know, I know he's holding on to the belts currently, but you know, make this for obviously to be for the WBC belt. Like I said, those belts will probably be relinquished soon enough. So if you lose, you get right back in there, and maybe you can fight Tank after a couple wins, or maybe you just take another one and take up another belt. There's a possibility, but I mean, boxing been so great this year that this would just be another banger, bro. Like, please make it, man. Please let it be true. I'm tired of rumors. I want it to be a real life fight. So yeah, man. These are two great fights. One better than the other, obviously, Shakur and Frank. But yeah, but definitely down for
Wait,
both those
wait,
fights, man.
wait, wait,
That's my call.
wait. Let's talk about it. So you think Shakur versus Frank is a better fight than Ben versus Cobbs?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Shakur is definitely one of the best at 135 already. He just coming into the division, being a unified champion. You know, you just said it. He took belts from two champions, moved up, you know, knocked out an undefeated dude that who did Yoshino beat? He had beat Nakatani, you know, knock Nakatani the fuck out. And that was a good fight. A lot of people try to discredit it, but that's not boxing's fault that you don't watch boxing outside of the US. Yoshino was a very solid fighter. Would I say he's this great fighter? No. Very solid
All
dude, and
right, but
Shakur dominated him. Even
how
Yoshino, he said it wasn't so much the power. He said it was the speed. It was his punch placement. He's like, I had no idea where it was coming from. Shakur really is one of the most talented, one of the best fighters. It's just he has to get names, right? That's what we all like to see. We like to see names. That's what gives you the credit. That's what
but
gets
that's
the
my
people buzzing.
question though.
Frank Martin is another becoming fighter, and he's backed by Errol Spence. So that's a dude that is also seen as someone that can be a challenge. People want him to fight Tank, so why can't Shakur take the fight? It's a fight that's going to be for a championship, right? It's going to be for the WBC. This is what we want. We want top fights for championship belts. That's what makes belts matter. That's why belts are losing their steam. Like, we got to stop this shit. Like, where they just fight this whoever, you know, this nobody, this guy that he's ranked up. What, he pays the sanctioning fees? What, the other, you know? And stop turning down fights. Like, I'm sick of seeing dudes being ranked number one, number two, number three, and they don't take the fight. They say no, and then they're still ranked there. So, yo, if Loma turns the fight down, drop him 5 spots, drop him 10 spots, drop him out of the rankings. Isak Cruz, how many times we heard this dude say no to fights? Get him the fuck out of there. Frank, I think Frank will take the fight. I think you heard what he said to Keisha. I'm really like that. Well, you want to say that? Now you got to show it. And if you get a chance to fight Shakur, don't do what a lot of us are giving shit to Shakur. When you say no to an actual opportunity for a belt or undisputed, say yes. Show Shakur how it's done. That's all I got to say.
But
Man.
Alex, how different is Shoshino? How different is Conciao? How different is Martin? Are they not the same? Are you there? Did I lose you? Looks like I lost him, but I do have Carmel Moulton in 8 minutes. and he'll be joining us here on the show. But that's the question, right? It's like you heard what he said. Shakur took belts from champions, two champions. This would be a vacant title fight. And I like Martin, but has he separated himself from a Shoshino? Has he separated himself from a Jeremiah Nakatilia? Has he separated himself from Robinson Conseyao? That's all I'm asking. Because y'all asking for this fight now, but when he beat him, are y'all going to try to give him his credit or discredit him and say, well, who was Frank Mar? He wasn't even a world champ. He ain't do shit. Fats, what up? It look like I gotta reconnect. Hold on. Yo, what up? I hear you. Fats.
Yo,
I hear you.
what's going on with you, G?
Chilling, chilling.
Chilling. What my boy Jeezy say? If it don't lock up, fuck it, bring it back. You were short anyway. Bring a stack. I mean, shit, man. So Keyshawn just going. This the first time. I mean, this supposed to have been his fight with Frank Martin. I mean, he want to be buddy and shit like
Nah,
that.
it
But
ain't
if he
really
wants to
buddy buddy.
endure,
It's ranking.
no, I
It's ranking.
no, I
Like
know,
Keyshawn,
no, I
let
know
me
that.
double check, but I don't think Keyshawn high enough in the
No,
WBA.
yeah, for sure. Remember, I was saying a couple weeks ago, like Frank Martin wouldn't really get no credit if they was a fight anyway, because of, like you say, he a prospect and shit. But I was just saying that to say, like, you know what I mean? They talking about they ain't gonna fight each other, shit down the line. If Shakur get most of the belts, I mean, what do you think he gonna have to do? So. I mean, this only the beginning. This only the beginning. So hopefully he see that shit. But I like the fight, man. Hopefully it really happened. I hear you saying that it's really some legitimate source to it. So that's what's up. I think it's gonna be a close fight, bro. I mean, again, my head say Shakur, but I'm not really. I don't really like dude like that for the style, but I think he should edge that fight out. But people saying that it ain't gonna be close and all that, like I don't see what they seeing, bro. Like Frank Martin got skills, bro. I don't see what people be seeing. Like his last two fights that I saw him in the Rivera fight, and even his last fight with Autumn, like. Autumn good, man. He ain't no bum. Like, yeah, ain't nobody know him, but dude was giving Frank some work in there, showing Frank some shit in there. Like, I mean, he was better than Yoshino. You get what I'm saying? I mean, again, I mean, Valdez, I get he won a title, bro, but skills wise, come on, bro. Like, it ain't no difference between him and Pitbull Cruz when we talking skills. They the same level type fighters, man. Like, I
That's
don't want to
actually a good
discredit
ass
nobody,
fight.
man.
I would love Valdez
But
versus Pitbull
and
Cruz.
Cruz,
Word is
yes,
born.
yeah, that'd be a brawl for real, man. That'd be a good fight. But I like the fight. I think this fight take Shakur to the next level though. Ness. If Frank Martin a pretty good opponent, man. He a good contender. I think this fight set him up for his next fight to be a pay-per-view fight, right?
I mean, if he win, then it's him
Right,
versus
right.
Tank. Like this fight could change that boy life. He win, he
Yeah,
fighting Tank for that belt.
right.
And
Oh, this to the
if
WBA or
listen,
WBC eliminator?
WBC, either he win and he fighting Tank, or he win and Devin coming back down. Because I seen a video where Devin said, he gonna go up, but he coming back down. He said he
More
said
than
it again.
likely. More than likely. You know it's more than
He
likely.
could be
Devin,
capping though to keep pressure on him.
yeah. Yeah, more than likely, if anything, out of them two options, I think Devin will come back down first before Tank will offer him a fight. It ain't that. I don't even think Tank's scared of none of them. It's just that you know how they playing it with the business shit. So I don't see him making them fights between them two anytime soon. Sad to
Nah, I
say, but
disagree. I think if he beats Shakur, PBC, Mayweather, all they jumping on that. Tank going after that WBC belt. I don't even think he ever had a WBC belt, right?
You said it. You said if Shakur beat Frank or if Frank beat Shakur.
If Frank beat Shakur.
Oh yeah. I think so. I think he might hop on that for sure. I think they'll do that. I think they'll do that. Yeah. But I thought you were saying if Shakur beat Frank. No, I don't see him making that fight right away. But it's definitely a good career defining fight for both people, man. I like the styles.
Word.
Frank and fighting. Yeah, man.
I mean, but he not a champ. Like, how's that career defining fight for Shakur?
Not defining. I don't mean to say defining. I mean to say a career boosting fight. Not defining. I use the wrong word on that. Like a career booster. Yeah, not necessarily defining because, like you said, he ain't no champion. But yeah, a career boosting fight for both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because the styles, I like the style matchup, man. I think they really get it on. And Blair the Flag, I always liked his energy, man. Like, I always wanted to see one of his fights, live, whether on TV or in person. I could never kind of get it, but I always like his energy, man. He seemed like he be turned up all the time. Like, hey, he a welterweight?
Yeah, he a welterweight. Big welterweight.
Yeah, man. I like dude, man. Like you say, he a puncher, too. He got any losses?
Yeah, he lost to Rocha.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, that shit down make or break him. Hopefully he got a little better. I like his style though, man. I like his nickname, Ric Flair. I like that shit. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Yeah, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure Blair Cobbs lost to Rocha. And Rashidi beat Rocha. Ooh, he lost by KO to Rocha. Damn. Shout out Rocha. That's crazy. I seen that fight, but I ain't remember it was KO. Wow. I like Blair too. I know people think he corny. I like that. You need to be entertaining. You need to be entertaining, man. So we should be having Carmel Moten on the show. If you are a YouTube member, you can go to our community page and there is a post there where you can ask him a question. Same thing if you are a Patreon, you can head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. And there will be a post for Carmel Moten there where you can drop a question and then I'll ask Carmel that question and tell him who sent it. So I'm going to go to Stay Wavy TV while we wait for Carmel to jump on. What up? Stay Wavy, what up? You? All right. He must not know. Stay Wavy. Unless I'm wrong. Damn, wait a minute. Is that fuck. That's all right, let me just check. I thought it was Stay Wavy. But if you want to call in, the number to do so 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People Hotline. This is yeah, he made me look bad, bro. That is Stay Wavy. But I guess he's not available. If you're watching this on YouTube, smash that thumbs up button. All right. So Carmel got the link. He said he's jumping on. And I'm just waiting for that. But in the meantime, if you want to call in, Discord is available. Twitter Spaces is available. And so is the landline. I got Huang in Houston. What up?
Man, every time you got a good show, man, I can't call in because of fucking work. Man, that Tim Zoo, Brian Mendoza, I like that. I'm crunk about that. Really, The only thing I was thinking about when I seen that, I said, man, I hope Brian Mendoza ain't still high off that last win. You know, some people they they get too excited with what they did. They don't go as hard. Some people like, man, I gotta go even harder. You know, that I think that's gonna be a competitive fight. I know that ain't the topic of this show, but I miss it this morning.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, man, I like that. Hey, did you see that fight last night on Pro Box, the one that was before the main event?
The Justin Pulo fight, I did, but only like 3 rounds,
Yeah,
bro.
Paldo. Man, that was a good fight, man. I was like, damn, these dudes were going at it.
I
And
expected that
the guy, I don't know
Argentinian
who,
to be a puncher.
that dude, I don't know where he's from, like Argentinian or something like that. The guy he was fighting, hey, that dude wasn't no pushover, man. He was bringing it.
I don't think that
He was
was for
bringing
you,
it,
bro.
man. That was a good fight.
Nah, for sure. I got to go back and finish watching it. I had stopped like in round 3.
And them boys were going at it. I was like, damn. But I didn't realize that I guess you got to pay for the main event, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you have to? I mean, I got the service, so
Okay, I need to download the app then because I was watching. I thought it was free, and then all of a sudden I switched back and I was doing some shit, and then when I went back, they were like interviewing. It was like an interview, and I was like, damn, what happened? They were just ringside with Mikey Garcia's dad. I guess the guy was his dad's fighter. It was Robert Garcia, right?
yeah,
Ain't that Mikey's dad,
Robert Garcia was the trainer of the main event, and um then Bob Santos was the trainer of the other person in the main event. But I'm gonna get right back to you. That is my guess. Kermel, what's going on, champ?
Yo, what's up?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Happy to have you, man. Excited with the news. It sounds like you're gonna finally turn pro, and the world is gonna get to see, you know, what we've been able to see in the gym, man. How excited are you?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to showcase my skills and what I've been working on in the gym and just, take over the pros.
Were you shocked at all with obviously Floyd telling the world that he feels you're ready for Lee Wood right now? I actually know who Lee Wood is. I met him in person. I was at his last fight on the Anthony Joshua undercard, and he's a good boxer, man. I watched the first one that he had with Laura too. He had to rematch him. He's a good boxer. Have you watched him at all?
Uh, yeah, I seen a few of his fights and I wasn't surprised that Floyd said that. We've been talking with Floyd about what we're gonna do and all that, and he feels I'm ready for a shot like that. I feel I'm ready, and I feel like I could definitely beat Lee Wood. He got skills for sure, but he's a typical European fighter to me.
Wow. Now, being an amateur, 16 or are you 17 now?
17.
17, like how do I know I've watched you. I haven't told anybody. I just say I've watched you beat champions in that gym. But how do you know you can do that with no headgear, with the pressure of the lights, the cameras, all the people that Floyd brings out, and then 12 rounds? Because we're talking about championship fight.
Well, with the 12 rounds, I've been in shape. I spar 12 rounds, 14 rounds on the daily, so that's nothing to me. And I just feel like I've been under the lights since a young age. I've always had a big name in amateurs. People always come to my fights. I'm used to the pressure in the gym. Everybody watching my sparring, all loud. So I'm used to it. I've never froze under the lights. I feel like I shine better when there's pressure on me. So I feel like I'm ready for it, and I hope I
So
get the opportunity to show that.
so obviously with him saying that, now everyone's expecting a world title fight. Is that what you want as your first fight?
Yeah, if the opportunity comes, I definitely want that.
Wow. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anyone, not in my time watching boxing, be able to, go from, have a world title fight as a debut. Um, you being in Las Vegas, I'm sure that, Nevada Commission has also heard of you because I lived there a couple of months and I already, well, before I moved there, we knew about you, but, while I was here the first couple of months, they're like, you got to go see this kid spar. So it's like, I even feel that Nevada would approve you because a lot of people were talking like, yeah, that's Floyd just talking. How they gonna approve him? He's just a amateur turning pro. Do you
Yeah.
feel that Floyd being who he is and you being who you are in Las Vegas that you would be able to get approved for a world title shot in your first fight? Because even Vasil had to go get ranked. So he had that one fight before he got the second fight for the title.
Yeah, I feel like it could definitely happen, especially with the power that Floyd has in the sport and with all the sanctioning bodies knowing me and my name in the sport already. I feel like that could definitely happen.
For sure, for sure. Have you and Otis talked about it at all? Uh, because again, it's not traditional, right? Like people take guys your age. Look at Xander Zayas. Look at Gabriel Flores Jr. They all had a slower development, and they were also the youngest, quote unquote, signed to Top Rank at that time. Now you would be the youngest with a totally, again, different trajectory. So, what did Otis say about that? Your trainer.
Uh, Otis is definitely with it. My dad is with it. We feel like we're ready, and if the opportunity comes, we're gonna capitalize on it.
Do you believe that you will be able to be a headline like me and my co-host? Obviously, he's in the gym now, but we talked about that, and again, we had no clue that Floyd was thinking that big for you. So don't think I'm being disrespectful by saying that we thought you could debut and have Showtime, obviously air your fight in Sam's Town. Do you think now that Sam's Town might be too small for Carmel Moulton's debut?
Uh, nah. If it was my card, then it wouldn't be too small. But I'd rather fight on a big card, such as the Canelo and Charlo, and get the more exposure.
There is a lot of rumors that you're going to be on that card. Are you confirming that that's when you're making your pro debut on the Canelo Charlo pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Shout out to you and Floyd, man. That's amazing for you. How exciting is that for you?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I feel motivated. I feel ready, and yeah, I'm just excited to put on the show.
How has things changed now that you obviously are going pro? Has training camp changed at all because the focus is to be a professional, or is it the same as it's always been?
Uh, it's lot of the same. I feel like I've been just working harder because I feel more motivated myself, and Floyd has been helping me out in the gym whenever he see me, so that's changed, and yeah, just really the same. We just been kicking it up a notch.
So it's known that you've gotten a chance to spar Shakur and Keyshawn as well, correct?
Yeah.
Wow. You're fearless, man. You're fearless. You've sparred everybody, champ. How was that? With Shakur, first
Uh,
off,
the work with Shakur was great. I learned a lot from him, and I feel like that gave me a lot of experience just in that sparring alone. And yeah, it was just great.
he's very patient. How'd he deal with your style? Because, and again, not trying to be disrespectful here,
Hmm.
I feel like you are a combination of like Tank, but throw more punches than Tank. Now, obviously, that's sparring. We'll see when the head gig comes off and the opposition. But I see you
Yeah.
sparring with high level people doing that.
Hmm.
I see you doing that shit with world champs. I mean, I remember one day I seen you spar in one gym in the morning. I went to another gym at like
Yeah.
4 o'clock, and you was sparring again. I couldn't fucking believe it. So I know
Yeah.
stamina. I know stamina you have. But again, how was your style with Shakur? Because again, I feel like you're like explosive like Tank, you know, power puncher like Tank, but you let your hands go. In my opinion, a lot more than Tank. What do you believe?
Um, yeah, I see the similarity you're talking about, but at the same time, I feel like I could change my style at any time in the fight. Uh, 1 second I could be boxing, then I switch it up and put the pressure on somebody, start digging the body. So it really all depends on who I'm fighting, and yeah, just my opponent, how I want to take it to him.
I got a couple of questions from the people. Mad Bet in Kansas City. Do you do visualization as a part of your training, if at all? So, do you visualize anything as a part of your training?
Uh, I mean, yeah, like when I'm shadowboxing, I visualize me fighting an opponent, and I felt like I'm in the ring.
Mm. I got GP3000, G from Baltimore. I'm not too familiar with you, champ, but looking forward to seeing you fight. I've been hearing the hype. Who are some of the pros you sparred or faced in the amateurs? We actually did a live fight
Uh,
chat for your fight with Zay. Course,
yeah, I seen that.
yeah, but we
But
still with you, champ.
I've been in there with, of course, I've been in there with Shakur, Tank, Keyshawn, Shushu, Robisi Ramirez.
Damn, bro, BC
Uh,
too.
yeah. A few other guys I can't really think of off the top of my head, but it's all good work.
Does Robise still use you? Like, do you still
Uh,
get to spar him now that he's a world champ?
I haven't since he became champ, but I'm sure I will soon down the line.
Bet. I got Terrence Johnson. What is it like training under Mayweather? And do you see the correlation between you and Tank Davis?
Uh, Training under Floyd is great, and it's gives you a lot of motivation, and especially with him to go teach you things, it just makes it a lot easier in the ring. He sees stuff that a lot of people don't, and with the Tank, I don't know. Everybody say I look like Tank. I don't see it. They say I fight like him too a little bit. I feel like maybe I fight like him a little bit, but I feel like I let my hands go more than Tank. Tank's a real patient fighter. He try to rely on one punch, and I feel like me, I'm more of just I'm landing, I'm breaking you down slowly, I'm boxing, breaking you down, and then later rounds I get you out of there.
Champ, are those the black Kenichis?
Nah, they're not. I haven't got a pair of them yet.
Oh, I was about to say, damn, I thought only Tank had the black ones. Let me see who else
Nah,
is here.
yeah, I talked to them. They should be sending me some of them soon though.
Sweet. Shout out to Kenichi Bear. I got Sarah J. Any chance you would fight Kid Austin? Have you heard of Kid Austin? He's with Golden Boy.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I think he's a little bigger than me, but by the time I get up to that weight, whoever's in my way, I'll definitely be ready to fight them.
So you plan on turning pro at 126?
Yeah.
Okay, featherweight. I think that's the same division Tank and Gamboa started at. I got the Boxing Prophet. Uh, D. Rodriguez from California. What's up, youngster? My question to you is, since you're a young fighter, but I see how disciplined and how motivated and how determined you are in this boxing game, it's rare and it's unique. I'm just curious to know, like, what keeps you disciplined, determined, and just passionate for the sport of throwing leather? So what keeps you disciplined, champ? What keeps you determined? What keeps you motivated? Why do you have so much passion for boxing? Uh-oh, did he freeze? Shit. Yo, it's a storm out here, believe it or not. You there, Kamel? I think he froze. It's a really bad storm out here. Y'all wouldn't understand how much water is out here right now. It doesn't make sense. You wouldn't believe it's Las Vegas. Kamel, you might have to. Okay, you back. You back. Did you hear the question? Oh yeah, it's service. It's service. Kamel, you there? You might have to jump out and jump back in, champ. I don't think you can hear me. You don't think he can hear me? You hear me, champ? Champ, do you hear me or no? I guess not. Damn. All right. Mm, it's a storm out here, unfortunately, man. Lots of water. Okay. Lots of water. Champ, you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. So the question was, what keeps you passionate about the sport? What keeps you disciplined and determined to go so hard?
Uh, a big part of that is my dad. He's always motivated me and just making sure I stay on track, staying focused, and just myself too. Me just wanting to be great in the sport, the competitive nature, and just want to be one of the best.
So talk to me a little bit about your dad before I continue with these questions, because I see him. He's always there. I see the relationship y'all got, and it's always a great thing to see a father and a son, working together for a common goal. So yeah, man, just talk to us a little bit about your dad and how you got into the sport. Was it him that influenced you?
Yeah, my dad, he boxed when he was younger, and he's always been a big boxing fan. I remember when I was young, we used to watch videos of Floyd on YouTube, and then like little cash flow in the gym. He used to tell me like, "Oh, that you gonna be like them when you going that's gonna be you. You gonna be over there at the gym and stuff." Back when I was living in Utah, and then he got me into boxing. We moved to Vegas, and then since then, since I was like 6, my dad, he been my main trainer. He been in my corner and just motivated me, teaching me everything I know since I was young.
That was gonna be my next question. Is your situation with your dad kind of like Bill Haney and Devin, where the father's still the head trainer, but he also has someone else in the corner, but you listening to your dad?
Uh, yeah, definitely. I feel like it's a little different than Bill and Devin though, because at the end of the day, Bill, he's not really like a boxing coach. At the end of the day, my dad, he box. He know what he talking about. Like he really he do this. He taught me everything I know. That's how I know how to fight so well in this.
Mm.
And other people, we bring them along, and they help with certain stuff. They teach me little different styles. At the end of the day, my dad, he's built everything from the ground.
That's what's up. Congrats to your dad. What's his name?
Curtis.
Curtis. Shout out to Curtis. Moulton, right?
Yeah.
I got Optimus Prime. He says, "Who are 3 fighters that influenced your style?"
Floyd for sure. I say Aaron Pryor, and then around probably Tank. Late as of late, I've been watching Tank since like he got real big. I like the way he fight. I copy a few things he do.
Aaron Pryor. That must have been a dad recommend, right?
Uh, yeah.
I got London Runs Boxing. You sure you want that Lee Wood smoke? That boy packs a punch. Just ask Conlon. Mick Conlon.
Me and Colin totally different at the end of the day. you know. And I feel like if I do get that fight, you'll see.
Mm. All right. I got Rue in the 504. That's New Orleans. He says, "How do you feel about the loss to Zaquin?"
At the end of the day, it's the amateurs. It all prepares you for the pros. And there's no bad blood between me and Zaquin. It's all love. It was a good fight. It was a close fight. A lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, whatever, he blew you out, all this. It was a split decision. I'm not really worried about it. We're on to bigger things.
For sure. Do you think he'll turn pro as well?
Yeah, I'm sure soon down the line. He's 18, I think, so feel like he'll probably do a few more tournaments and he'll be going pro.
Lids Low in Decatur, Georgia. If you happen to get the fight with Lee Wood that Mayweather is talking about, are you ready for the pressure of a big fight fresh out the gate, especially if you have to go across the pond to the other side of the,
Uh,
to UK?
I feel like I'm definitely ready. I don't know where the fight will be held or whatever. I don't know all the details about that, but I feel like as far as the fighting and the pressure of the fans and stuff, I feel like I'm definitely ready for that.
James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas. Rumor is you've sparred all the boxers in the TMT doghouse. Who was the most memorable and why?
Uh, all the guys over there is good. You know, we all get good work. It's always we're a team. We always just trying
Not
to help each
good,
other.
not good. They're not asking you who was the best work. They're asking you who you remember the most. Like who sticks out the most? Which
Uh,
one was the most memorable?
uh, I say probably my boy Jahan. We always have a good bump when we spar. It's always like pay-per-view stuff.
And again, not to be disrespectful, but for the people that don't know, Jahan Ingram is the guy that went viral knocking down Rolly and sparring.
Yeah.
Because it's a live show. But that is all our questions. Let me double check. I'm gonna refresh. I do appreciate you taking out the time, champ. I spoke to Otis
Hmm.
and I got the schedule, so I plan on getting back in there and following you, especially now that you've announced you are for sure on the card in 30 something days. Congratulations. Right here in Vegas,
Thank you.
too. That's amazing. Salute to you,
Yep.
man. You know I've been dying for you to go pro. I can't wait for the
Yeah.
world to see what I've been seeing, man. You are
Yeah.
special. So
I
congratulations to
appreciate
you.
it.
Please give out your social media and we look forward to interviewing you again, champ.
Yeah, follow me at Carmel Moulton One on all social media platforms.
Bro, before I let you go, isn't it crazy? We talked about when we was in studio. You brought up Jamel being able to beat Canelo, and that shit is happening, and you on the card. That got to be crazy.
Yeah,
You predicted that shit
man.
over a year ago, bro. Oh
Yep.
my god, that's crazy, man. Congrats on that one too. I ain't forget, yo. And that video we
Yeah,
clipped it of you talking about that. That shit getting a hell of views. That was a long time ago, but
yeah.
yeah, salute to you, man. We appreciate you.
All right.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Carmel Moulton, live and in the flesh. I'm excited. We got some breaking news, so he's going to be on that Canelo Charlo undercard. Not sure if that was out there. I know I didn't know, but that's interesting. Now I got to hit the Mayweather gym, get some footage of my man training because he's definitely next up, man. Uh, and Floyd's gonna make him big, man. The influence that he has is insane. I mean, look, he told everybody the kid could beat Lee Wood, and that's it. You know, the world knows or is searching to find out who is Carmel Moulton. And let me tell you, it's like I told him, I've been wanting him to turn pro. He does. I mean, to be 17 is just almost insane that he's that talented. Um, Ninja, what up?
Yep. How my audio?
Straight.
Yeah, good interview, man. Good interview. I like him. He has a really high motor. He has a really high motor. I watch him. I watch a lot of his sparring and some of his amateur fights. I think his style gonna be a lot different though than Tank's when he turns pro. Because of that high motor, I think he's gonna get guys out of there with that volume. You know, Tank doesn't throw half as much punches as that kid does. But the future is bright, man. The future is bright. Just I hope he don't fight Lee Wood first though. That's a little outrageous. I think that's for his first fight. I think he's 17, man. It's not like he's like Lomachenko, 27, coming off of 2 gold medals. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little different. But I'm sure he'll have a solid veteran for his first opponent, kind of like maybe like Andy Cruz when they gave him Burgos. I think they'll give him something like that, some type of flavor like that. But I can't wait for the fight. I can't wait for September 30th, man. It's gonna be lit. So we're gonna have to do like at the end of the year. Y'all gonna have to do like a show and compare, this year of boxing to some of the greatest years of boxing, because this is up there, man. This year of boxing is crazy.
Nah, this
Hopefully
this by far is the best year I've ever seen in the sport. Like, obviously, the year where we had Mayweather, Canelo, and Danny Garcia and Matisse in the same year, that was a fire year. But like, that was a long time ago, and we ain't had nothing like that since then until now. Like, this is the year, bro. This is you know, this year's been producing some
yeah.
real fights.
Yeah, this year is crazy. It's crazy. But find some comparisons, we're gonna have to get some historians like CYP and some other guys in here to take us back. Cause you know what I mean? This year is wild, man. I love it. But that's my call, man. Keep up the work, man. Appreciate you.
All right. If you want to call in, you know the number to call 1425 569 5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion. We're going out to Quan. What it do?
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up with you?
Shit, man, just chilling. Been in and out. I'm just looking at the topic. I ain't really get to hear what y'all was saying on it, but I see the headline. I think that's gonna be a good fight. I hope that happen. Stevenson versus Martin. It's gonna be interesting though, because it's like, how many rounds you think? I got Core winning, but how many rounds you think Frank will actually win? That's gonna be interesting to see, because really, when you look back on it, Core don't really lose that many rounds. So I definitely want to see that fight for sure. And what'd you say, Ben versus Cobbs? That's a good fight for Ben to come back at. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be straight. But yeah, that's all I had to say on that. But I'll be listening to the playback, and I'll be hearing my man's Trees always. He be repping that Toledo. Now I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm from Ohio, Cleveland, and shit. But yeah, he said something like something about Montana Love, right? And then he said, yeah, that's him. Like, he basically tried to say, that's Cleveland. Just they be fried, and it's just Toledo. Boom, boom, boom. What I want to do is I want to set something up like a little Toledo versus Cleveland, like Border Wars or something. Like, get some of them fighters. I'm trying to see what they be on up there. You feel me? I got some people definitely looking for some work out here. I really need y'all to do me a favor and go follow my man's CP Champ on Instagram. It's CP underscore the underscore champ. You know what I'm saying? He looking for some work. He national champ. Just
Amateur?
won. Yeah, amateur. He got a fight coming up this Saturday. You should definitely tap in with him. Ness. I think you know what I'm saying. You do big, small, all of them. He got a good thing going on. Tap in with him. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
All
Yep.
right. We got K. What up?
Yo,
Yup.
what's up?
What's up, champ?
What's up?
You ready, brother? I mean, we waiting on you, champ. K. K. All right. We gonna move on then, champ. Mm, what we got? What we got? Discord. We got King Born. What up?
Right? Yo, you hear me, Ness? Yo,
Yeah.
peace to the chat. Peace to the illest, wildest, livest TBV universe out here, man. Brooklyn stand up. New York stand up. Listen, though.
What up?
I heard from a bird that said the word that we getting goddamn Frank Martin versus Shakur. Yeah,
Word.
yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. But fuck that. Blair Cobbs versus Conor Benn in the Sunshine State? You kidding me? Listen, Blair Cobb, I got Blair Cobb beating Conor Benn. Let Conor Benn come to the, because when he come to the U.S., it ain't gonna be none of that green eggs in here and shit and all that. It's gonna be collard greens, neck bones, fried chicken, all type of good shit. You heard it's gonna be bacalao, it's gonna be Cuban sandwiches. So it ain't gonna be no excuse that he pop. He can't pop over here, y'all. He could pop in the UK. He can't pop over here, Ness. But like I said, that fight, if they make that shit in Florida, yo, fuck it. Tell Al, yo, Al, have the fight in New York. Bring that shit to the Barclays. That would be crazy. New York people in the frenzy, whole world in the frenzy. But listen though, here's the lineup though. If Frank beats Shakur, where does Shakur go? Where's Shakur go at, y'all? Think about
What
it.
you
I know
mean? One
y'all think,
loss don't see that's the problem right there why these fuckers don't take fights cause of y'all. What you mean? Where does he go? He get back on the fucking bike.
there you go. But Ness, you burnt sugar cat in the hat with the Hardin. Now I mean with the loud. That's your name. But listen, man, I'm telling y'all, this a good fight. But yo, fuck that. Anybody heard the rumor? We doing rumors. Look at all these rumors. You heard Club Nouveau back in the days. Yo, what about AJ and Wilder? 2-fight deal? Rematch and shit? So look, listen, I'm just going to chant USA, USA. Fuck the UK. They know AJ getting knocked out. They know AJ getting knocked out. Why you think he don't want to fight him for 60 mil? Eddie Hearn on his bullshit talking about, yo, nah, man, 60 mil ain't enough. Go fight Wilder. Wilder don't got to fight Ness. AJ don't got to fight right now. Have this shit in December. See, look, this how I go, right? When AJ get knocked out by Wilder in December, had the rematch, he could get knocked out again in June. Everybody know I'm right with this shit. Ness, love you, love the show, but listen, man, this Charlo Canelo shit, we gonna get it popping. I got Charlo. And half the motherfuckers on the TBV universe, they got Charlo too. Peace, peace, peace. Love
You
y'all.
may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Alright. King Born, Brooklyn. Appreciate the check-in. We going out to Adrian. Adrian, what up?
What up, Ness? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. So we got the this fight, Frank Martin against Shakur. It's just a rumor, or we have something solid.
What, the Shakur thing?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a rumor, but it's shit's happening, bro. Just like I told y'all
Man.
with the Mendoza fight and the Tim Zoo fight. It's happening.
Yeah. You've been speaking things into existence, my friend. Definitely. I love the fight. I like the fight. I think Frank Martin is a really good fighter. He probably has been like a little bit under the radar because he only has 18 fights. But after the Michel Rivera fight, I think people now knows who he is and his skills. I think he definitely has the skills to to fight with Shakur and give us a good fight. But I think Shakur is gonna be too much for him. But yeah, I think this is what the 135 division needs: a little bit of action. Um, I don't know what Haney is gonna do, if he's going to be at 140 or is he coming back to 135. But yeah, I mean, I think Shakur versus Tank is definitely on the horizon. Uh, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. But you know, I got this issue with Tank Davis. I think LRB and the team, the Tank team, they have never been in a 50-50 fight. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. I want to see Tank taking a few risks, making some crazy fight happen. And that's what the 135 division needs, because I know he has the skills. Definitely he has the talent, but I want to see Tank get tested. And again, if Frank Martin loses this fight, I feel like he has enough skills to rebound and still be a world champion. I can see that happening. But yeah, then that's my call, Ness.
All right, brother. Appreciate you calling in. We got them kids of mine.
Hey, what's going on, Ness? This Banks out of Dallas.
What up,
I
Banks?
normally call on my phone, but I just got out of this heat from delivering this goddamn mail for all you American people. So now I'm on Twitter, just the quickest way for me to go on and get out here. Let's get to it though, y'all. Frank Morton against Shakur Stevenson. This is going to be the fight of Shakur Stevenson's life. See, people want to think there's going to be Frank Morton, the fight of his life. No, this is going to be the fight of Shakur Stevenson's life, because and I don't care about him if one L. I mean, I just like seeing great fighters, good fighters get in the ring and fight each other. So if he lose, I'm still going to watch Kerr, because Kerr great talent. But what I'm saying is this right here. He's going to be overwhelmed by what Frank Morton is going to bring to him. If people notice, Kerr get on Twitter, he doing a lot of talking lately. I ain't mad at him though, but he doing a lot of talking, and he's saying everybody's name under the sun but Frank Morton. He doing all of that talk. He keep out. I'm going down
I
the
mean,
list.
technically, hold on. Technically speaking, at least in the last 72 hours, Banks, he certainly tweeted and deleted an emoji of a hand signing. And then the tweets that are there are locked in and you got to take risk. Two separate tweets. So
Look.
I think the talking is done. His camp has started.
Well, I hope that camp has started, because I'm telling you, when it comes to this fight right here, I've been calling for it. He steady saying he going down the line.
Banks, I want you to make a good case. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm giving you more time because I need you to build the case for Frank, because Frank, when Shakur beats him, people gonna say Frank wasn't ready. Frank wasn't a world champion. Frank ain't never had a regional belt. Like, Frank looked bad versus Artem. Like, you the first person saying Frank gonna beat him.
And the reason why I say that, and let me make my case. I like what he did in his last fight. There was times in that fight that he wasn't as busy as I would like Frank to be. that was a worry that I had in that fight. Like, damn, Frank, why you ain't being busy? Come on, do what you do. But when you seen Frank do what he do in that fight, and he showed you when he's busy, there's nobody at 135 that want to stand in front of Frank Martin when he's a busy fighter. Now, people, I know Shakur is a great defensive fighter. I know he is. But the pressure that Frank Martin is going to bring is going to be a different type of pressure that he's never had in front of him. See, that's the thing. When Kerr is fighting, most people are sitting back just waiting, just waiting, just waiting. They're not attacking. And that is what Frank Martin is going to do. Like I said, as long as he is busy, Kerr cannot stand in front of him and do what he do. And as far as the offense that Kerr is going to bring, the power that he has is just not. It's not nothing that's going to make Frank say, "Okay, hold on, let me back up." That last guy that Frank was fighting, he was actually, if people look at it, he was really bigger than Frank. So, and a lot of people don't really know him that much. So people don't really know what kind of power that he really got. I think that fighter had a little more pop in his hands than people think that he had. But I think that's why Frank wasn't as busy. But when he get in the ring with somebody like Shakur that don't have that pop, you're gonna see busy Frank from the second that they go ding, ding, ding. Now, what I want to know is why is everybody, you say, I'm the first person to say that he's going to win the fight. Well, what I don't understand is when everybody is watching Shakur Stevenson and they see the people that he has been fighting, I know everybody don't want to get in the ring with him, quote unquote, air quotes and all of that. But the people that have got in the ring with him,
Air
the
quotes
people
and
that
all of that. You funny.
the people that have got in the ring with him though, tell me one person that said, you know what? I'm a precious Shakur. I'm gonna bring it to Shakur. Name one person that said I'm gonna bring it to him. You can't name one because nobody having. For whatever reason, they stand in the ring with Shakur and they act like Shakur is throwing a tank a fist back at him. But that's not what's happening. He's a great boxer.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Banks, that is your time, but you already know, you or anyone else, that either you want to cut the line or you want to come back because you left some words in your mouth and you need to get it off your chest. You need to do a $5 cash app to $ that's GTO, or $ the boxing voice #1. Spelling is on the screen, as you can see. Also, looks like we got one of those coming from Danny. No, Dangiero. No, is it Giero? I guess, right? Now, who could that be? Because not everybody has their hand raised. So that's not true. Is Rona Gogo or Gojo? Fuck. No, that's Jaquan. Okay, so that is you. So that's your counterpunch, champ?
Yeah, unless you fighting for your life to say nothing. It's you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening, but you sound like you got like not an echo, but like a in an empty room. But go ahead.
Alright. Well, if you can hear me, fuck it. This is Yoko. But shout out my nigga Fast. I see you in the chat, my nigga. But I was just gonna say, you seen that Frank Martin about to have a little interview on Mill City? Why he ain't give you your interview, bro? Feel me? Like, what's up? I thought you had that shit. Feel me? Locked
That's
in.
crazy. That's crazy. But that's how it be.
He about,
He know I
yeah,
broke
he
the
about
news. He
to,
know I broke the news. He going, but look, look, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
yeah.
That's
That's a fact.
crazy.
That's a fact. Yeah, he on there right now. I think he on there right now. So live. He about to join. That's crazy. But
I don't
I
get
was
no
finna ask you,
love.
you think you think you gonna get that Bam interview from me? You know I rock with Shakur. Bam, you gonna get that Bam interview before you fight Sonny? Y'all interested in that or
Which interview? Because it's hard to hear you.
Bam, Shakur? I said Bam, not Shakur. Bam,
You saying Van?
Bam Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, we should be able to do that. We should be able to do
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, okay, word. I was just asking. But yeah, I feel like Shakur. I feel like with this Shakur and Frank Martin fight, I feel like Shakur going. I feel like Shakur gonna stop the world and not make easy work of Frank, but make it easier than what people think it's gonna be. I don't know who dude was just in here talking, but why he come here acting like Frank Martin got tank power or something like? He only got 2 more knockouts than Shakur. Like, why this nigga come here acting like he throwing bombs the whole fight? You don't even throw that much punches throughout the rounds. Like, what are we talking about here? But yeah, I think Shakur gonna make easy work of that. Yeah, I just really just came on here to tell you about that interview and shit. Feel me? See your thoughts on that. That's crazy. But I'm gonna tune in to see what he said about the Shakur shit. Feel
Yeah,
me?
keep me
But,
posted.
Yoko, all right, I got you. Yoko out of here, man.
All right. That's crazy. I literally just said, "Give me that." See, he know though. Maybe with Mill City, he probably told him like, "Don't ask me that." I don't know, man. Let me stop thinking about it. It is what it is, bro. Oh shit. Quan, didn't I go to you?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah. Who's
Sure, I
this?
just want to. You said this Quan counterpunch
Which one you did? Cash App or
Cash App.
So what's your name on Cash App?
Hold on, man. Let me go
My
there.
bad, champ. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. Let me go there real quick because I just.
Oh, I see it. Never mind. Never mind.
You see
Yeah,
it?
I like a man that keeps the same screen name universal. Not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, man. I just try to keep it simple for real, man.
Word.
Man, I'm trying to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? But no, I just wanted to counter back in. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the other caller. You know what I'm saying? The one dude who's going for Frank. I
Banks.
think I think Frank gonna present something different. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely gonna be a challenge for Shakur. He's saying like, oh, he ain't never seen nothing like that, but I don't think that's true. Like, to be honest, Shakur been around. Like he didn't got a good he get all the good sparring, with Bud, Keyshawn. Like he you know what I'm saying? He well experienced. So that's my thing. That's what makes Shakur pretty much like one of the toughest, dogs out here. But it'd be a good fight. But like I said from earlier, I now want to know what you think, Ness. How many rounds do you think Frank could win?
Bruh, it's so difficult, right? Like I'm trying to live in this new world where resumes don't matter. But Frank,
Yeah.
but Frank ain't
Straight eye
never
test.
he never been in there with somebody like Shakur. So I really can't say, man. I'd rather get surprised like the Earl fight.
When did Frank start boxing? What age?
He late. He late to it.
Late. Okay. Okay. And how old is he now? Like that's
28.
man. Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, I feel like even though he's late, you still getting up there in age. Well, you ready? I want to see it though.
Frank
But yeah, no,
28.
that's
He 28 and
yeah.
he turned pro the same year as Core, 17, 2017.
Oh, well, why he went? How many do they got as many fights as each other? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
Cole
really
got
seen a lot of
20 and Frank got 18, which is not bad. I mean, obviously you could see that Cole had the machine and top rank behind him, plus the silver medal, which let him be
True.
multiple division. Frank, in the same amount of fights, hasn't been able to become champ because he was getting ballroom fights in the beginning.
Man, no, forget all that. I started late. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I think he ready for it. And I want to see that fight. I think it'll be a good fight. I think it'll be more interesting than people think. But I'm going with Core, like for sure. Probably unanimous decision. But yeah, that's all I do.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, Quan, on the check in. We going to. Tyron, what up?
Yo, what's good, champ?
What up with you?
How you feeling, man? Hope everything good with you. Shouts out TBV. Hope everyone
Go.
blessed tuning in, man. Um, yeah, I don't think the Core and Frank Martin gonna be too much competitive. I think Shakur stopped him late
Wow.
or by unanimous decision. I think Shakur is just levels, like it's just levels. You know, I remember the other caller was saying like, who was trying to take it to Shakur? You saw Valdez, you saw fighters try to, but skills pays the bills, and it's the reason why a lot of these fighters don't want to get in the ring with Shakur, and that's why Frank Martin is on the table. Shout out to Frank Martin. That's hopefully that fight gets made because I like him too. He gonna take the fight, but it's reasons why Loma didn't want to get in a ring with him. Pitbull didn't want to get a ring with him. Haney moving up. Tank don't want no smoke with him, and these fighters sparred. I'm sure they sparred against each other. It's a reason why no one wants to get in a ring with Shakur. Shakur is calling these fighters out, calling everybody out, and it's just crickets with these fighters. Shakur he ain't fighting by. But when you see Shakur, has the total package. He's big. He can box. He can stand there with you. You got experience, go medal. Everything is real about Shakur. And so I feel like, probably after the fourth, fifth round, after, Shakur download the database, it'll just be easy work. You know what I mean? I don't think Frank Martin um, will give too much of a prompt Shakur that Shakur didn't see before. Again, it's the reason why Shakur taking this fight because it's the only fight that he can take right now. I don't see no one else's line
I
outside
mean,
the door.
technically, we both know he could have took the Devin Haney fight
I
for
mean,
for
yeah, champ, but
undisputed.
I mean, 75-25, 75-25. Come on now.
Hey, hey,
That's
hey! You never heard this phrase? You could get 100% right of the pop.
yeah, I got you.
All right then.
Yeah, no, I respect if I was your core, I would have took it too. But also, I mean, I know boxing business, and shouts out to those fighters because they got to go in the ring and they got to risk their lives, and we just on the outside looking in. So, I mean, I see it from both ends. You know what I mean, champ? But I just think it'd be a good fight up until like the fifth, sixth round, and I just think slowly but surely Shakur just break him down. That's my opinion on that. Far as the Conor Benn and Cobbs, I'm looking to see Conor Benn back in the ring. Before all that happened, I'm a huge fan of Conor. I like his ferociousness, his style. So I definitely want to see him back in the ring as well. You guys, I know you guys doing something for the Canelo and Charlo fight, right?
We
Because
still
I plan on
trying.
going down.
We still trying to
Okay.
lock in a venue. We actually went to see one and we put in a bid. We waiting. They got 48 hours to get back to us, so we should have something for y'all.
You may feel like it's your
Okay.
time,
Cool.
All right.
but it's
That's
not
all
your
I
time.
had, champ. Man, stay blessed, man. Shouts out
Appreciate you.
TBV.
Appreciate you. What we got? Okay, counterpunch is J Mac first, and Fats you next. What up, J
Yeah,
Max era?
can you hear me?
Yes,
Is Bank still on here? You still
yes.
on? I want a $250 bet that it'd be a one-sided ass whooping. Man, look, these dudes with this power shit, man, they driving me and they just, it's crazy. Boxing, you need more than power. Ain't nobody walking through Shakur shit for a reason. It's timing, speed, distance, range. Bro, boxing ain't just power. It ain't how hard you hit. I haven't seen that one fighter walk through Shakur punches yet, neither. Everybody ain't got to knock people out with one punch power and what have you. Shakur is levels ahead of Frank. Frank would turn into an athlete. He would make Frank look like a athletic guy that does not can land shit and what have you. Is they gonna have times where he try to rough him up? Maybe so. But Shakur is a dictator. He's gonna dictate the action in that fight. That fight ain't gonna be close. I wanted Frank Martin and Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis to actually fight because I think Keyshawn Davis would have put it on Frank Martin's ass as well too, and I bet money on that fight.
But my whole point is, a lot of these dudes be fascinated with shit that don't always win fights. Everybody's not gonna be a puncher like Wilder, like the Tanks of the world, and what have you. They got way more skill set that people need to pay attention to. They're doing the same thing with Frank, or he sound like he's doing the same thing with Frank that people was doing with Arrow and all that. And this dude said Shakur ain't never seen nobody. What? He's an amateur. He was won a silver medal. Like, man, what are we talking about here? Shakur go dog walk Frank. I hope the fight is made. If the fight not made, I would love to see Keyshawn Davis get that opportunity. That's my counter punch. I'll say my call for if he rebuttal.
You got it. Fats counter.
Yo,
What up?
I love his fans, man. I love his fans. Look, where's we seeing this level? I get it. He got skills, and we all see it, man. I really do. But where's all this? It ain't gonna be close. Can't nobody touch him. I don't see him losing. I mean, where's the evidence of this? I mean, come on, bro. Listen, again, I'm
Fats.
not
So
no
I gotta
discredit.
I gotta ask you what they
Go ahead.
asking me then. And I'm avoiding the
What?
question. How many rounds you giving Frank?
I'm giving Frank 4 to 5. If not, if he probably win. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's gonna be a competitive fight though. I think he's gonna win at least 4 rounds. Like I don't all this, he ain't gonna touch Shakur. Then I heard one dude say he gonna stop Frank Martin.
Yeah, I heard
Really?
that. I heard that.
Really? Bro, come on, bro. That boy hand out easy losses, man. You don't gotta take a Tylenol after the fight. You don't gotta put
You
an
out of
ice pack on
control.
your face. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. Come on, bro. You don't gotta put no sunshades on or nothing, bro. Like he got skills, bro, for sure. But all this crowning this dude like he a goat already. God damn. I mean, bro, what has he done? I get it. He won a couple belts in a couple divisions, and that's not nothing to shit on. That's great. But come on, bro. Y'all, they make it seem like it's just everybody he fight is just gonna be easy. Like it's just can't nobody touch him. I'm just like, where y'all seeing this at? I do think styles make fights, like do it not. Like Frank Martin got skills. I don't think that Shakur has been in there with somebody with Frank Martin skills like the same way Frank Martin hasn't been in there with somebody like Shakur. Like I don't see that. I don't see that. Yeah, and I'm talking skills. Valdez, bro, come on, bro. Like again, he on the same skill level as Pitbull Cruz. You just said it'd be a good fight. I'm not ready to sit here. I mean, he was a champion, yeah, but they do the same shit with Cambosis. It's crazy. So they give Shakur all the credit for him, but then when it comes to Devin Haney and Cambosis, they say he shit. He dog shit. But then they wanna give Shakur his credit with Valdez. Like I don't be getting that shit. Like and then again, like he got skills, that's cool, but and y'all say don't nobody want to fight him. He turned down a fight. Then when we asked y'all to explain why happened that, oh, see what had happened was you guys see it from this way, that way. You guys see it from sideways, up, down. You gotta go to sleep, wake up, see it again. Because what had happened was Devin Haney really didn't want to fight. I mean, but he offered them a contract. Like man, y'all be playing both sides of the coin with this shit. Like, I don't get it, bro. It just be fanned out. Appreciate it.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
It's getting heated. It's getting heated. That's good though. That's good for Frank, man. That's good for Frank that he got a little fan base that believe he could win, and that's gonna help sell the fight, move the needle. You feel me? Um. J Mac coming right back.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ah, man, look. Shout out to Facts. Uh, I'm with him on nothing he just said. Honestly, bro.
You funny
I
as
don't
hell.
know what his thing is and his issue with Shakur. Shakur is clearly proven to be one of the names I mentioned. I don't know how long he been following Shakur, and I'm not gonna question that. But I'll put up Shakur against any of his favorite fighters, Devin, Tank, Teal, whoever he got. I think Shakur smoke them all, and he damn sure go smoke Frank Martin. Just because you want the fight to be what it is, don't mean the fight going to be. Frank ain't at that level. He should be fighting Keyshawn Davis. That's the level Frank Martin is. You just giving him that leverage to where, and I haven't seen him prove that at all. So man, look, I got Shakur smoking all these dudes, given the opportunity. Should have Shakur have took the whatever the offer was? I agree with you. Devin Haney already did his shit. He the one that took less already. He took the percentage so he can get the return and being great. He did that. Shakur should have took his moment. So if anybody's saying what Shakur should have did, I agree with them on that. But say anybody questioning Shakur's skill set, bro, like I don't know how long you've been watching boxing. This dude is clearly one of the top fighters in the sport right now, and especially at his lower weight classes. And just because you're not ready to give him that and what have you, that's fine with that. But hopefully we can get this Frank Martin fight. Shakur go ahead and bust that ass up. It's gonna be a one-sided ass whipping. It ain't gonna be no close fight. I don't know how 8-4 is close. He said 8-4 is a close fight or a competitive fight. That's not a competitive fight,
No,
bro.
I,
That's
I
not.
think I think he was saying like he'll give him. He said like, oh, I think he'll win at least 4 rounds, but I think it'll be
And
a
then he,
competitive fight.
but how is that gonna be competitive with 4
No,
rounds?
because
That's
that's
not.
no because that's the least. That's the least he's saying. He says I think he'll win at least. So that's the minimum. You feel me? So he's expecting him to win more.
Man, look, any fight he want to line up against Shakur, find an opponent, I'm dropping 500 on it. Whatever fight he got for Shakur, because I mean, like I said, man, Shakur should have took the offer and took the contract or whatever the thing was with Devin. I think if he'd have beat Devin, I think he beats Devin. I fuck with Devin, and I think Devin beats Tank. I told you I already said Devin beats Tank. I think Shakur beats Tank, but I think Devin beats Tio. But I got Shakur beating them all. But like, bro, like Shakur is that dude. He gotta get the opportunity to prove himself. I can't wait. I hope he does get this Frank Martin fight, and maybe somebody gonna take some away. But when he make Frank Martin look like Errol, how Bud dominate Errol, I'm not saying he gonna knock him out. I ain't saying all that, but he will dominate
You
Frank.
may feel like it's your
People
time,
gonna start moving the goalposts.
but it's not your time.
Let me ask you the same question though. How many rounds Frank wins in your opinion?
Maybe 3.
Mm.
Luckily,
So that ain't that.
maybe.
So if he's saying 4 and you saying 3, y'all sound like y'all
But I
saying the
didn't say there
same
ain't no
thing.
competitive fight though. I'm still saying there ain't gonna be no competitive fight. 3 rounds, maybe. Like if when was Shakur taking a break, but I don't even know if he gonna get those 3 rounds.
Mm. All right. Well, that's the bell. Appreciate the call, champ. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. We doing this every single day, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We talking boxing all the time. Yo, it's actually a card started. Oh no, it ain't today. That's tomorrow. It starts tomorrow at 5:30. We probably gonna be doing a live fight channel at least. We definitely doing a betting show for that because Truck on that card. What up, Venom?
Yo, so I just want to touch on the power subject a little bit. I feel like Shakur got real respectable power compared to like a Devin. I know how you guys were talking about Devin having power, no one's walking through his punches. I feel like it's different with Shakur because Shakur is at least dropping or stopping his last 4 opponents. Like he at least dropped them or stopped them. So it's a little different with Shakur that you can tell he got more respectable power. Now that's just the power side. I agree with Fats and J Mac. I agree that Frank Martin, if you look at Shakur's resume, his resume is not looking good as in terms of the fighters that he beat, because all the fighters he's beat are ending up losing. You have Nakatilia getting knocked out by Raymond Morataya on like 1 round. You got Joet Gonzalez losing like 2 times on after he fought Shakur, and then you got Oscar Valdez taking a beating by Navarrete. So his resume is not looking as good as it once was. They're still good names because he was the first one to beat some of those guys. But I do agree that with Fats, I think Frank Martin will be a little. He should on paper he should be better than all those guys. So if I feel Valdez, I think Valdez gave him the most rounds lost to Shakur, which is what 2 rounds. If Frank Martin, I feel like Frank Martin, he should be able to win in 3 rounds. The 4th round, I don't know. That may be pushing a little bit, but I still think Frank Martin should be the more competitive fight for Shakur has ever gotten. You agree, Ness?
I'm sorry, brother. I was handling something. You gonna have to repeat that. To me, at least. I mean, the people heard you, but if you need me, you gonna have to repeat.
Nah, it's all good. But Ness, would you agree that some like let's take a Rashidi. Rashidi, I feel like Rashidi's the same type of fighter Devin is, or Devin's the type of fighter Rashidi is.
Whoa,
In
what the
terms
fuck
of
does that mean?
no, like they box. They're good boxers, right? They're good boxers. Jab. They know how to do, but they're lacking power. And I know people say
Yeah,
no one's rocking.
again, I don't know that that's the problem with Rashidi. Rashidi got tired. Devin, according to people, lacks power, but no one's walking through his punches, and I haven't seen him get tired. You know, even when he got hurt, a veteran, 3-time champion, wasn't able to capitalize. So, yeah, I don't know that Rashidi and Devin is the same. Devin don't get
So
tired.
I mean, to be fair, we never seen Rashidi tired before that fight. In any of his fights, we never see him get tired. It just happened
But
in
that's
that
the
fight,
thing.
apparently.
But that's the thing. One dude hasn't even been a world champion and showed that without being a world champion, he could get tired. One dude did do everything Rashidi did, plus more, unify, undispute, and never show that he could get tired. Like to put him in the same census is crazy. Like
Okay, but
and
would
I
you?
had Rashidi winning that fight. I was arguing
You
that
may
shit.
feel like it's your time,
Hold
but
on.
it's not your time.
I was arguing that shit this morning. After the show, I started talking boxing with Cody Crowley trainer and argued that shit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, Rashidi won that fight. They robbed him. Clear as day. It don't matter that he got tired. It don't matter that, you know, he lost a couple of rounds. That motherfucker did not lose 7 rounds. That shit is a race to 7. Keith Thurman ain't never say nothing better or truer in his life. It's a race to 7. And if I get the 7 first, it's a wrap unless you get a bunch of knockdowns. So like they robbed Rashidi, and I mean maybe it's gonna take me 7 years like it did Canelo Laura, right? Like I ain't rewatched that till like 7 years later, and then I finally seen Laura losing. Mm. But on the night of that fight with Villa, Rashidi won that shit to me. To me. Um, what we got next? NFL, what up?
What it do, Ness?
Chilling.
Real quick to piggyback off that last conversation. So you think if Rashidi would have beat Villa, would the outcome would have been different against Boots? Would he either beat Boots? Would he got knocked out by Boots going the
Who,
distance?
Rashidi?
What you think? Yeah, because I seen both fights
Would he
live.
had lost to Boots, you saying?
Would he had like lost by decision, get knocked out? What you think he
It's
could have
hard
beat?
to say, man. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say because Boots had issues with Karen, right? And Karen didn't have the boxing ability. All he had was the feet that could be compared to Rashidi. But I can't call those educated feet. He ain't do shit. He just was able to stay away. Like I wanna believe Rashidi would have been able. Well, I guess I can. He got tired in the Villa fight. You can't unsee that. You feel me? It's impossible for me to
Sure,
unsee
sure.
it and believe that he wouldn't get tired in a Boots fight. Like even though Boots ain't do great cutting Karen ring off, fuck Villa still got Rashidi tired. So it's like, is it Rashidi's tank like a Harrison thing? Harrison be doing good till he get tired. So it's like we got to see Rashidi back, man. It's just. Man, I used to be such a fan of PBC, but come on, man. These dudes, they be fighting once every 2 years. That shit is so whack, bro. Dudes need to leave them contracts alone already. Go
See, I
find
don't think
something
it's a
else.
built-in excuse. I don't think it's a built-in excuse, but I do think it's a factor. The ring at what's the name? The Villa Boots fights was way smaller than the ring at the Rashidi and Villa fight too. I
Hmm.
say that so like
Yeah, because
for the whole
Rashidi
Karen
ain't
thing, he
no
cutting
he
the
ain't
ring
no
off is more
A-side.
easy.
No, I'm just saying for like against Kern, you feel me? Boots couldn't cut the ring off as well as he did against Villa for real, because the ring was so much bigger, he had more space to run.
Who was the main event? That was Tank, right? No,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
Tank and
Tank,
Hector.
Tank and
Yeah,
Hector.
in
That's
DC.
why. That's why. Maybe Hector asked for that shit in order to take that fight. He wanted a
Yeah,
bigger ring.
probably so. But going off of the Shakur and Frank Martin fight, I think it'd have been better putting you against Keyshawn Davis. That it'd have been more competitive. At least I think. Like I feel it's a 10-2, 9-3 type of fight. Like people trying to talk it up. It's gonna be good name for Shakur resume. You feel me? I feel like Frank can bounce back. Like you lose to Shakur, that ain't a big notch to you. Like everybody's saying, he's gonna be the face of boxing soon. Well, not face, but like pound for pound champ. In about like I say 2-3 years, if that. But
Mm.
I don't know. I don't think Frank is real competitive for Shakur, at least. Like Keyshawn and Frank, all right, that's a 7-5, maybe 8-4 type of fight. I don't see that being with Shakur though. He's just too technical for y'all.
Damn, Frank gonna hear this and feel like the world counting him out.
And that's crazy. I ran into Frank in Vegas for the Ryan and Tank fight. I told him I got him against Keyshawn for real. But nah, against Shakur, nah, that's just too big of a leap in my opinion.
Mm.
But next, I got a question though. The little dude you had on earlier, Milton. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry,
Moten.
my fault. Yeah, that was me to ask that question. I ain't too familiar with him. How y'all be learning about these amateurs for real? Unless they like from your city or something.
Different trainers and just following the amateurs, following USA Boxing. Like you always gonna hear who won the tournaments, and if that name keep popping up, like this kid's like a 19 national champ. He,
Okay.
yeah, so
Nah,
I've been heard of him before I even moved to Vegas, and maybe Bo put me on or I heard of him, but Bo pushed the issue to get him in studio for sure. I know that. Bo really wanted him in studio. But yeah, no, like we like again, Zay Quinn we knew because that's Shakur's nephew, or cousin, and then going to visit Shakur, you see him there, you watch him spar, and it's like, oh shit, he got a tournament. Oh shit, look, he about to fight Kermel in the finals. So yeah, it be like that. Like, some like for instance, Orleano Sosa got an amateur, he about to turn pro. And all his fighters was amateur before they turned pro. So yeah, it just be from going to the gyms, different gyms, because the trainer's goal is always to develop the next world champ.
okay. Well, that's the end of my call for real. Like
For
I said, I
sure.
got and ain't nobody trying to talk about no Conor Benn, man. Just like y'all say, Shakur don't fight nobody. Conor Benn don't fight nobody but old ass boxers too. So
I
so
mean,
I don't.
Blair
Hmm.
Cobbs is a young old though. He don't got no wars in him. He only got stopped once. He ain't
I
like
don't
the
know too much
most
about Blair either. Only
active
thing I know
fighter.
about him is Errol Spence recording him, telling niggas put him in the dirt. That's the only video I ever seen of yo. I heard the name, but I never like seen him fight. No seen no film about him for real.
Nah, his best fight is the hooker fight. He looked amazing in the hooker fight.
Okay. Oh, against Maurice Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Earl Boy. That's probably why you went. Yeah, it wasn't fucking one for real. But all right, that's the end of my card. I appreciate you, Ness. Shout out to y'all.
All right. I got Justin on the check-in.
Oh, hello. You hear me?
I do.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about why, I have a bit of a hot take. Really shouldn't be, but I think in 3 years' time, Jake Paul will knock out Canelo Alvarez. Jake Paul, he's always fighting smaller fighters, and Canelo fits right into that circle. Canelo's much smaller. He eats up to fight at light heavyweight. He's constantly the smaller guy at light heavyweight. And in 3 years' time, Jake Paul, super young. He can afford the best nutritionist, the best training camp. He's going to be improving big time, fight to fight. And I think in 3 years' time, he will knock out Canelo. much bigger to him, much bigger than him, and that right hand. I mean, Canelo is there to be hit. He showed that in the Dimitri Bivol fight. When has Canelo ever used head movement outside of the Danny Jacobs fight? So, yeah, I think in 3 years' time, Jake Paul, he probably he would lose if they fought right now. But in 3 years' time, I think Jake Paul's got a good shot of knocking out Canelo. You can check me out on YouTube, MMA
Justin,
Betting Mastermind. I give out free betting advice. We profited $1,600 in the past week. MMA Betting Mastermind on YouTube.
Justin. Oh wow, he dunked. Oh damn. All right. Sushi.
Oh man, what's up?
What up?
Nah, man. I've been MIA since the Earl fight. Not gonna lie to you. Haven't called in. But what I did learn from that fight is to trust my eyes. I was kind of betting with my heart with Earl, but throughout the fight I just learned that what I was seeing was real. So as far as a Frank Shakur fight, I would take Shakur based off what I see. And unless he comes like the Nakatila fight. I don't know what was wrong with him that fight, but it was a much different fight, and I think Frank would be able to perform in that
Do you
against
think
that version
do
of
you think
Shakur.
Frank has the same power as Nakatilia?
I'm not
And it's
sure.
a question.
Nakatila was at 130 at that point, and he only had the right hand. So he does have the one punch power over Frank, I think. I was surprised, but I don't know. I haven't been in the ring, obviously, with either one of these guys. So, but I think that it'd be a good fight. Like, I don't really care who wins or loses. I just want to see the fights. So, if he's not ready right now, he's 28. He's never going to be ready. You know what I mean? He'll never be ready. All right.
All right. So I got to get to a few super chats, and I hope you're still listening. 954 Twigs sends a $5, and he says, "Ask Kermel how many rounds your debut, and will it be televised?" Then he comes back with another five and says, "You really ain't asked how many rounds that dude debut will be? It's worth asking when Gafar Yafa, Arthur Battergrassev, and Andy Cruz debuting 10 rounds." 954 Twigs, I did not purposely ignore your super chats. But when I'm interviewing, the only thing I'm looking at is obviously information for the interview or the community posts on YouTube members for their questions or the Patreon posts. I don't accept live super chat questions. That would be too chaotic, brother. So I never look at the super chats. So it's not any form of disrespect. You know we appreciate you. You just got to drop your question. And let me tell you, it was relatively cheap. I think it was like $3 to ask a question. It's not like I was trying to break the bank. You feel me? It's just you a member, you get that perk. You're not a member, you don't get that perk. Sorry. LG Flex, who is a member at the champ level, just became a champ, so he gets that perk. You feel me? Just go through and do your thing. Being a champ, LG Flex, you also get the betting show tomorrow. Ronnie in Phoenix, $2. Kerr gonna whoop his ass. 9-3. 100 emoji, flex emoji, glove emoji, great show nest, double exclamation emoji. Appreciate you. We got Mad Bent, $105 super chat says, daily dose of Tanquil. I hope these fights happen. Ellis competes with everyone, even Boots. Styles make fights. All right, champ. Let's see what we got. Stone Bone, actually, shit, Stone Bone. We got a counterpunch from Fats. I was about to forget you again, Fats. I'm sorry. I skipped them like 3 calls. My bad, champ.
Man, man, nah, you straight, you straight. I'ma respect my elders, man, cause J Mac, he know what he be talking about and shit. But bruh, you can't see. You see what I mean? How they be switching up, Ness? Hold on, cause he one of them ones. He say Tank don't be fighting nobody. So okay, let's look at the resume. Junetao, really? We never. Come on, man. Y'all not ready to sit here and say Junetao was a good opponent. We not. Come on, bro. We not ready to sit here and say that. The last fight before that, the fight that he lost weight, Dante Cavassier. Come on, man. Really? I ain't saying that dude trash, nothing, but come on, bro. Like, y'all can't be having it both ways. Like, when it comes to a fighter you like, it ain't. I don't hear nothing about bum bashing. Like, come on, bro. Like, Tank resume way better than Shakur. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think what my man Mad Ben say, he'll give Shakur a tank quill, I think, if they fight. And I don't even be thinking that top notch fighters are really knock each other out like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we saw what happened with Earl Spence. I mean, damn, I don't think nobody expected 3 knockdowns, but
Word.
you know what I mean? I don't really be expecting that, when top level fighters get in there. But I think he'll stop Shakur Stevenson. I mean, come on, bro. I just don't like y'all be crowning him like ain't nobody saying he don't got skills. We see the skills. I like the skills. It's cool. But y'all making it seem like he a hell of a fighter. Can't nobody beat him. Like, bro, I don't care how much you like the nigga, bro. Like, ain't nobody unbeatable, bro. Like, I just don't see that. I don't see that. Then y'all want to pick Tank resume apart, but look at his shit. I mean, when he had the opportunity to fight undisputed champion, he ain't moving like the G y'all say he is. I mean, y'all saying he that. Y'all saying he move like that. He ain't moving like that when niggas send him a contract. I mean, that shit crazy. That shit is crazy to me. Like, bruh's a good fighter, not taking nothing from him. But come on, bro. He don't be moving like that, bro. Like, he do more Twitter. He do more tweeting than actually want to really fight the top dudes, man. Like, one second he's saying Tank one dead share the ring with him. Now he backtracking, talking about, oh, it'll be a big fight. He'll get in there with me. I think he'll sign a dotted line. Which one is it? Which one is it, bro? Like, come on, yo. Like, y'all gotta keep that shit 100. Appreciate it.
Mm. All right, we going out the north then.
Yo, what up, Ness? You can hear me?
Loud and clear, Majid.
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members and Patreon for something. So, I guess I start off by saying, like, these people calling in, or maybe it's just the fats dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, we act like Frank Martin last fight. If he ain't get that knockdown and shit, that was a close ass fight where he had to bring the dog out to win. Yeah. 1 second. He had to bring the dog out to win or whatever, in his next fight, so we done seen him getting outboxed or whatever. Last fight. These people, they grabbing on straws or whatever because they ain't ready to get credit. But look, facts. J Mac just told you he got 500. Shit, I got 200 on the fight. We gonna show you why we really believe in this shit. Y'all sounding just like those Spence fans when niggas was saying it's not a 50-50 fight. He gonna get dog walk, like we already told y'all. And if y'all don't believe in the movement yet, put your money on it. You're doing a lot of counter punches, so we seeing that you could spend some money, but put some money on it, man. That boy ain't ready, man. Even though he 28, you know what I'm saying? 28, almost 30, he ain't ready, man. And he ain't never gonna be ready. Derrick James, he must be trying to cash out and retire, man, because he don't got what it takes to help those boys get a win when it comes to this shit, man. That top ranked gym, that's like a motherfucking that's the academy that you need to go to for that real work. You know what I'm saying? So after Shakur beat this nigga, just look at what they doing over there in that top ranked gym facility or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and learn something about boxing. You'll learn a couple things, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, shout out to all the Frank Martin fans. It sound like some of them on the Frank stand or whatever, but if y'all believe in him, we got some money for y'all to win. You know what I'm saying? Because he going to be easy work, 10-2. You know what I'm saying? But shit, that's all I got.
Damn, 10-2. They ain't giving Frank a shot. Mm-mm-mm. The Mayweather scorecards. 9-3, 10-2. Them Mayweather scorecards, man. 7-5. That's a tight fight, believe it or not. Cause one more round's a draw. So people that you gotta understand, 7-5. I mean, it all depends how it look too, though. Let me rephrase that. Cause 7-5 could look a completely different way. But we do got a counterpunch from J Mac.
Damn, nigga, that nigga said I'm gonna respect my elders, man. Shout out to him, man. I guess I'm a seasoned caller. That's what I guess. I take that. Nah, but he ain't saying nothing about my $500 bet neither. But I get it. Maybe the fight gotta happen. Maybe we gotta line it up. What have you? When I shit on Tank resume, bro, I don't do nothing more different than what everybody else called Tank out. Tank getting opposition. He fighting the Marquez, the Alvarez, the Garcias. He got that type of diet to where he can actually pick his opponents and call for more of these guys that you think he can beat or give Tank Quill to. So that's my only problem I have with Tank Davis. But man, like I said, man, Shakur that dude. I know he that dude. I'm willing to put big money up on Shakur. Anybody that want to match my five when we get the word the opponent, let's step to it. For Shakur, we're not gonna sit up here and act like the dude should that Tank act like he broke his hand against, or fake like he broke his hand against, that he not trying to rematch him right now, and he didn't look good in his last performance. But that dude is on record saying, "No, I don't want to fight you, Shakur. You're too good." Nah, so my whole point I'm saying, Tank out here doing a resume, find these Garcia type fighters that's flat footed, that's gonna stand in front of him and make his style look good. Shakur out here fighting dudes who's willing to get in the ring, get in a fight with him. And like I said, I told you he was wrong for turning down the Devin contract, but we're not gonna sit up here and act like Devin and Shakur not young enough to where they can run that back, and we know they go get that. But the thing about Tank, we don't know if Tank will even fight these dudes because he's got all these excuses for saying let's fight when it come down to certain fighters. So like I said, man, my $500 bet stands. Anybody against Shakur, anybody that wants stepped up to the plate, take that. Tank will continue fighting these safe fights and not calling nobody out and fight nobody. He can pick his opponents. The other guys can't. That's my call.
Mm, that is true. He can pick, but that's nobody's fault. This what Mayweather's saying. See, you know, Top Rank should have done a better job. And maybe if they stop chasing site fees, they could do a better job if they just let that boy flourish in his hometown. Because when he fight in North, he do great numbers. So then if you could do great numbers, you should be able to send contracts, you know? But they want to put him in different places. They done put him in Atlanta, in Vegas, all these places, man. Listen, before I moved out here, it was very difficult to fly over here. Me and Danny was just having that conversation, like being in New Jersey when I lived in Jersey. Um, man, it was a minimum of $450 for a fucking regular coach flight, bruh. With maybe a stop. If you got lucky, you didn't have a stop. So I don't know. They expect Shakur's fans to travel a little too far, and not to say that they let Tank build his fan base in Baltimore, because that's definitely not what happened. He just happened to, you know, be a universal star. A lot of people like to give that credit to Mayweather and the relationship that he has with Mayweather, which obviously gives him that residual popularity. It's kind of like Carmel Moulton. I mean, he's now under Mayweather promotion. He's always been, but as an amateur, you can't really be. But it was always the word that he was going to sign a Mayweather. So, he always had TMT paraphernalia on, and he repped it on his profile. So it was always going to happen until it became official. But look at the power of Mayweather. My man say he gonna fight Lee Wood. The whole fucking world know who he is, man. The whole world know who he is. So Moulton will turn around and be a star. Look, he's debuting on a Canelo card. Only Mayweather could do things like that, man, for you. You just gotta hope that he keeps that interest in him, and this kid doesn't get lost in the sauce. He needs activity. That kid, we should see every one of his fights. Like every one of like the way that Keyshawn is, we should see every fight. We seen every one of Keyshawn fights, and I'm telling you, this kid, he's special. Stone Bone, what up?
What up? What up?
How are you?
Yeah, man. I feel like Bill Murray, man. I feel like Bill Murray, man.
What, Groundhog Day? It's happening all
Ground.
over again. The same Bud thing happening with Shakur.
He ain't gonna be able to handle what Frank Martin bringing. He's going. Frank Martin is gonna be too much for Shakur. This is like a comedy skit that's being reused the next day at the show. It's like, bro, you recorded, you're on YouTube saying the same joke yesterday, man. Like, man, come with more original like talking points. Say, hey, Frank Martin has great in and out movement. He's gonna be able to cut the distance. He's gonna be able to confuse Shakur with the range. Come up with something. All of this, he ain't gonna be able to handle it. And man, Shakur's a medalist in the Olympics. Man, he done fought probably 400 amateur fights with 300 different styles of fighters, from international to the best in the hood, to the best in the South, the West. Like, come on, man, this is a fight. Just look at skill for skill. And no disrespect to Frank, but he's a 28-year-old prospect. Like, let's be honest. Like, there are other guys that's on Frank level that are 21 and 22. Look at Mano. Look at guys like the Jesus Ramos. Look at the guys who are the young prospects in their young early 20s. Frank must have got. You say he turned pro when Shakur did, so it's time for him to step on the gas. You're a grown man. You're a 28-year-old prospect, and your fans better have better talking points than the same ones that they just ran through for 5 years and they watched Earl get beat up. So make sure y'all have a better game plan than the game plan that was taken in there to beat his big brother, because his little brother just as seasoned as him at this point. I didn't have the pleasure to see him in there with Boots, Bud. I'm talking about guys from 54 to 26, and I ain't never seen Shakur hurt, wobble, none of that. And look at how many champions he done fought. He done beat more champions in multiple divisions. This is ridiculous, man. How is he not ready? Get some new talking points, and I got Shakur beating him easy. It ain't for no title, is it? So it's a 10. Oh, it is for a title, right? Is it for a title? Yes, it's
It
for a
should
title.
be for the vacant
For,
WBC.
okay, I'll go 8-4. 8-4, Shakur.
All right, all right. We got Mike Hicks with the cash chat. He says Shakur needs better competition and Frank isn't it right now. Glove emoji. Salute, Mike Hicks. Let me double check here. We got 954 Twigs. I got you, bro. I'ma become a member. I be forgetting. He just became a prospect. Now, keep in mind, not every post is available to the prospects. You know, there's levels to this shit. So, but we salute you for joining the prospect. But today's question was prospect level, though. You could have asked Carmel a question on a $3 level and shit. We got hold on one sec. And I'm back. Let me see what we got. Looks like I got to every. If you're on Blog Talk and you're waiting, it's like you ain't press one. Harlem World, I see you. In the 503, I think that is. What the fuck? That's Oregon? I feel like I should know that number. But y'all ain't press one. Just reminder, in case you are waiting to speak. Okay, that's Joe Ray. All right, there you go. What up, Joe Ray? See you all that time you was on hold because you ain't press one, champ. Joe. Joe Ray. Joe Ray?
Yeah, sorry, brother. I was a little held up here, but I was listening to the show, man.
No worries,
Um,
man. Take it away.
yeah, yeah. I just feel like Tank's been on that Mayweather protection program. You know what I mean? He's been, if you look at his resume, I mean, it's tough to say, man, that he's really had that fight that you know is one of those those fights that put him over the top and people respect the fighters. I just see Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be the next Terrence Crawford, where everybody's kind of staying away, and he's not gonna be getting these fights that he should be getting. You know, and it happens. It happens when guys have that. They're at the top and they're looking at just what Thurman did to Spence, and it it really makes it difficult to make
What do
these
you
tough
mean? What
fights,
do you
these
mean?
fights that,
What do you mean? What Thurman did to Spence? Can you explain?
as far as like not giving him that shot when he wanted it, you know what I mean? And I think Earl really took that to heart and was like, man, now that I'm on top, you want a piece of this, you know? I think it's more like that where a lot of these fighters they're kind of looking at that where I'm just gonna hold my spot for as long as I can instead of taking on the top fights or the top fighters in their division. And obviously we've seen a lot of the top fights this year that we wanted to see for a long time, and I think we're still going to continue to see them. I just see in the case of like Tank, I mean, is he going to get in there with the Devin Haney, with the Shakur, at least a Lomachenko? I mean, something that we could say, man, all right, yeah, let's get it, But I think definitely the kid Moulton, he's gonna be special, and if he goes in there and tries to fight a world champion, I know obviously Mayweather knows pretty well if he's ready, and I wouldn't doubt that, to have him get in there and become a world champion in his first fight. That would be talk about superstardom. That would be huge. But that's my call, Ness. Hey man, I'm gonna send you a little cash app there, Doug. Appreciate the show. Hey man, the boxing voice. Where we talk boxing, but we don't play boxing. All right, man. Peace out, Doug.
Joe Ray, appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Right now, I do want to point your attention to youtube.com/the boxing voice, where you should be subscribed. And if you haven't, go ahead and do so. Click that notification bell so you get notified every time we go live. This is our second time going live. We go live at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, then right back at you 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching us here on YouTube, then you are looking at our lead sponsor, Kenichi Bear. Get yourself a set of these Bluetooth headsets that you can use when you're working out, when you're calling into the show. They're actually preference to call into the show. A lot of you guys are driving, you're working, your hands are full. These actually come with a attachable and detachable mic. Not to mention that this company was started by the young man you see in the video, only 18 now. He started this when he was 17. He's an amateur. Proceeds go to making sure he gets to all his tournaments. And obviously, whenever he can go pro, go pro. And this help him to continue his career. Uh, Kenichi Bear is definitely our lead sponsor. So use the code TBV, that simple, TBV, when purchasing a set of Hibernation 5s. And remember that every purchase helps this podcast remain on the air. The link is pinned in the YouTube if you want to get a set. Looks like we got Base, what up? Based God Jr.
Tip, this Tip, Ness.
Oh, what up, Tip Bellis?
Yo,
Chilling.
yeah, man. Shakur and Frank, man. I think we should all know how this fight gonna go, bro. I mean, Frank a dude who fights off the back foot. He don't come forward. So you know what I'm saying? He gonna be looking to counter punch all night, and he don't have a better jab than Shakur. So Shakur gonna take advantage of that shit, especially when Frank Martin. Like, what he fighting? He fighting a high guard, right? Majority of the time. So he gonna be looking for a stab jab all night. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that fight gonna go. And I'm surprised people not talking about this Conor Benn versus Blair Cobbs fight. Like, yo, this is gonna be a good fight, bro.
I think so
And and
too.
and you know what? You know what's crazy? Like, you might be able to expect a knockout in this fight. You know what I'm saying? From either or a knockdown. Like
Mm-hmm.
Conor Benn been out for about a year now. You know what I'm saying? Blair Cobbs looked good in his last fight. He gonna come forward. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna stop. Like his motor runs. He like a Cody Crowley in my opinion. Like, him and Cody Crowley kind of like the same fighter.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And Ben the type of dude. You know what I'm saying? One punch he could change the fight. Like 147 still got it, bro. Like I think y'all sleeping on this fight. Dog. Like this fight is a real sleeper.
Yeah,
But I mean,
I'm a Cobbs fan, man. So I'm definitely feeling everything you're feeling. Plus Ben, like you said, he been punching. We'll see.
yeah. But as far as Shakur, man, I don't see Shakur struggling against any fighter at 35 unless like they're athletic, bro. Like you have to be athletic to fight Shakur. Like I think Jermaine Ortiz will give him a little go. You know what I'm saying? I think if they start moving De Los Santos in the right direction, he could give him a problem because southpaws do have problems facing other southpaws. You know what I'm saying? Like Frank might give him a little something, but he's not gonna give him as much as I think because he don't come forward. Like he don't throw enough punches. But yeah, that's my call, man.
All right, Tip. Appreciate you. We got a $5 super chat from Joe Ray. No words, just love. We appreciate it. On that note, we back at you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe.